for do with the counterterrorism bill. But inside the studios, we want to welcome Honorable Umfa Soyi. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Radio Democracy.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Musa?
Yes, of course. As we mentioned inside one part with headline stories, the program today will look at the counterterrorism bill 2024, before Parliament now for pass into law. And the Counterterrorism Act, they give power to the states for prohibit or tap the people not for use or get couple of any property we get for do with terrorism. Allow the state for freeze assets or individual or groups them we get for do with terrorism, and also give the states the power for seize property of people them we them believe say they part of terrorism. These are some of the things them inside the counterterrorism bill 2024 we did before Parliament now. But the opposition gets issue or concern about this bill. Make we get the spokesperson for the All People's Congress APC party in our Parliament of Salon, Honorable Umfa Gishe. Good morning again and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning and thanks for having me. I'm glad for doing it tonight this morning.
Okay. Today we topic of discussion now the counter-terrorism. We look at today. One for tell listeners them say we get forget the person we responsible for put the lawyer together when I did chair for the legislative committee in Parliament, Honorable Mare Conte online for do some clarifications. But for now we get Honorable Member of Parliament from the All People's Congress APC party where they can highlight them concerns them for sake of this bill. Today we focus of discussion on the counter-terrorism. What's in the APC makeup of the counter-terrorism bill 2024 we still lay before Parliament they look at?
Well, as an opposition, we believe say as a nation it is not a bad thing or a wrong thing for be contemporary in the global village. It is not a bad thing for we also make laws them who go ensure say we as a nation not be seen as a nation where they support or harbor terrorists them. So we believe say the Counter-Terrorism Act 2024 in a timely. However, we believe say as a parliament, we for ensure say we get a strong law out. We for ensure say we get a law, we get all the necessary safeguards. So now we believe say before this bill gets to its finality, we for don't ensure say certain things and they incorporated in that bill. What thing also we make of the bill is that the bill pretty much mirror what in the mirror do na Malabo na Equatorial Guinea in 2011 between June 30 and July 1st, where they set up an African model law on terrorism. And that African model law pretty much talk about what's in a terror act then, which we bill clearly state in itself define what's in a terror act then. However, we own bill not put the necessary safeguards them. We go ensure say no personality or any state entity no misuse the power they get inside the bill for abuse in power. So now we believe say certain things and need for be added in that bill for ensure say we protect the rights of citizens.
Before we look at waiting una fear as opposition for sake of this bill, now we look back. We start for talk say na fine bill unless some of the concerns them wanna get. What are the good things then for this bill, and what are some of them provisions then?
Well, what I mean a fine bill, when we look as an opposition, we believe say we country they in a village of countries what they call a global village, and we know say the act of terrorism it can happen at any time in any jurisdiction. And we believe say the act of terrorism is not a new thing, whether being in the Western Hemisphere, whether being in Sub-Saharan Africa, whether being in Asia or Europe. So if we believe say then they in presence, we believe say we self as a country forget the law and they so will not be seen or will not become attractive to anybody who want to do or engage in their activity and say, oh, Salon and not getting law and they law go exploit the situation in Sierra Leone. So now we could believe say the law is necessary. However, if we make them law then they will not go just open them to abuse.
Okay. Now, you mentioned about safeguard when you start for talk. Within that safeguard, there we think say for day on this bill before government turn into law or parliament turn into law.
Well, it clear like what the bill say terrorism na an act or mission or actual threatened inside or outside a specific country or jurisdiction that is an offense to set out in any given nation. And when they define terrorism, they say terrorism involves serious violence against persons, involves serious damage to property, and endangers a person's life, creates a serious risk to the health and safety of the public or any section of the public. It also go on for say involves the use of firearms and explosives, involves exposing the public to any dangerous or hazardous, radioactive, harmful substance or any toxic chemical or microbial or biological agent or toxin. However, then safeguard here, even we be doing another African model, what them do after they don't define what in a terror act them. They say notwithstanding the definition of terrorist act above, which are not exhaust all because of time, then say the provisions in this law or any law, the following shall not be considered as terrorist acts. So the thing that we don't for consider as terrorist acts are any act described above if the act is the result of advocacy, protest, dissent, or industrial action and is not intended to result in the harm or conduct described in the definitions and give before. They also say the struggle waged by people in accordance with the principles of international law for their liberation or self-determination, including armed struggle against colonialism, occupation, aggression, and domination by foreign forces. They say them to terrorist acts and Andy. Then it's also say acts covered by international humanitarian law committed in the cause of an international or non-international conflict by government forces or members of organized armed groups, provided that a political, philosophical, ideological, racial, ethnic, religious, or any similar motive shall not be considered for any reason, including the purposes of prosecution or extradition, to be a justified defense in respect of an offense of which the definition of terrorist act forms an integral part. So we believe say all the safeguards and they for they na the law for ensure say they're not open and for abuse. Like I tell you, the law is good in a manner, in a way that it talks about how did they interpret terrorist act. And inside the bill, then get something they call a memorandum of object and the reasoning. And inside that bill, they then provide the interpretation. They establish a national counterterrorism committee. They also provide for the establishment of a national counterterrorism coordination committee. They also provide for a counterterrorism fusion center. So then they also make provision for offenses of the terrorism and related matters. Okay. So their offenses and they carry a lot of prison time, up to 30 years. So we believe say if we don't get all the necessary safeguards then whenever they say somebody commits a terrorist act based on the definition and based on the act, then we'll know say we'll get somebody we actually don't do this act, and not to somebody who they try for target, or not to somebody who go use certain defenses then we're gonna court say no now this have they try for do, no now this have they try for do, if the law not clearly spell out.
All right, now before you una raise them concern there, una in a parliament, una able engage, una colleague then at the other hand for let them know say these are the concern they wanna get before una come na media.
Absolutely, and I want state and categorically that even the leadership of parliament, the speaker of parliament, don't recommit the bill back to the legislative committee. And I'm glad that the chairman of the committee back there for joining here, because he also don't be very magnanimous in ensuring that we get all the holistic points of views, all the recommendations. He don't even announce at the well of parliament that anybody will get positions or anybody will get opinions, let them tender in a parliament to the committee and we will address them in the legislative stage. So like I say, the issue at this point is not consensus, but we definitely believe say some of them things that need for be added in that bill so that when it comes out as members of parliament, we as a parliament in this 6th parliament, or parliamentarians in this 6th parliament, will get a bill or act where we're all proud of and not going to be disappointed or regretful at the end of the day when it becomes a law.
What are some of them provisions that we now want to see as safeguard now the counter-terrorism?
Now then I just read what they say. If somebody they try for protest for they try for gather, they try for protest, they try for acts for rights, they act for self-determination based on international laws and all that as described, then people are not for be seen as committing terrorist acts, but definitely then just they exercise their constitutional rights for assemble or for protest.
So for now, the provisions them na the bill look at the activities that we mention as terrorism acts.
Yeah, because they say anything will create fear. Than one of the definition. So if somebody they protest, now something will create fear in me self. If they protest on side, they drive by or they walk by and not even aware, I will be fearful. I will be worried. I will be concerned. But necessarily, if the probably then people in intention, now for letting you the young outcry and not to a situation where they want to create an havoc on somebody, then definitely they should be protected by the law. Earlier
you mentioned, say, this bill, they in line with the Malabo Accord.
Yes.
What are some of the provisions them within that Malabo Accord we missing in Salon counter-terrorism bill?
Now this the safeguards the way I be read I read where and say any act described where somebody they ask for they advocate, if they go for advocacy, they protest, they dissent, or an industrial action, meaning if people then believe say them for strike for increase in their salary, or them for strike because they believe say the human rights then have been abused by somebody who hired them, or they strike because of other labor concerns them, then people they not for be seen as terrorists. They also talk about if somebody they struggle or if people are struggle for in accordance with principles of international law for their liberation or self-determination. They also talk about international humanitarian law committed in the cause of an international or non-international conflict. So now some of them things in addition to other things they will believe say the public will come with, who will add in this bill. But if these safeguards are not there, it will be trouble. It will be problematic.
So you think say this bill as it did now gets any political undertone?
No, I don't believe so. I don't think so. I hope not. I mean, I don't think say get any political undertone. However, if you go by just what the bill is, and if we left Aleka day so, any given government, it could be the government of the APC when the APC APC gets a governance. It can be the government of the SLPP. It can be the government or any political party when they in governance for misuse a law like this will not strong for ensure say them protect the rights of the people there what it is, what the law they for protect.
The last time we get Jeff Kenaya in several is concerned about how this bill, very, very dangerous. We are in say some time back they may call the opposition terrorists. You think say or waiting the APC free? You think say government will use this bill against UNA?
Well, indeed, as a party, and they may not call we terrorists. Indeed, as a party, we will face several attacks. We will face attacks in Parliament by armed personnel, not to one, not to two occasions. As a person, Mrs. F. be face an attack at some point. Na Koya chiefdom by armed forces. They will be attached to the AIG at the time. They be beat me, then transport me and CID. So, and I was defenseless, and not get ammunition, and not be there in a site I'm not supposed for there. So all of those are terrorist activities. So like how they say, it could be an accusation against the opposition. It could be an accusation against the government itself. Say they terrorize their own citizens there. So now I make us believe say it is important for law get a law will protect everybody under the law, because nobody is immune from all of these laws here.
Okay.
Because one day you can be an authority, another day you will be a private citizen. Terrorism, hook, line, and sinker. Definitely, you go trample on the rights and freedom of so many other people and so many citizens. That is why, in determination of a terrorist act, several due processes need for be followed. If they not follow them
all right, then this particular bill, you're a member of parliament, how you don't communicate until constituency later aware, say these are some of the issues, because concern again now that even the public now aware of this particular bill.
Well, definitely engaging in attire basis them. I believe in one way where young people, one place where young people and old people they all converge. Women can carry sometimes, even though we notice say women and can go on attire basis and too much like men there. But now one side we believe say if we don't get the head of the household, then themselves go able to communicate to their family. I believe say also going on social media also will be another way, because a lot of people will get smartphones and now where they're able to get the information. Yeah,
the country already gets the Cyber Crime Act and also get the Financial Intelligence Unit. What's difference this counterterrorism they create compared to the other side where they get similar functions there within the platform?
Especially is one. Let's read to you the memorandum of object. It talk about setting units. It talk about fusion center. It talk about coordinating committee. It talk about a counterterrorism center. So the fusion center the coordination center then the committee back there, and that committee they comprise of all them entities and they talk about what they try for intelligence. So when they all come together, I believe say government will be more responsive in issues and way becomes a huge challenge. You see, when we talk about terror act, that's really where if you affect a given nation, all the citizens can feel very vulnerable. All the citizens can be very, very vulnerable. So it's very important that when government they make their lawyer, they make it in the manner that the citizens feel like say, now protect government, they try for protect them. Not to a law where government they try for bring for car trample on somebody in your right, trample on somebody in your right, or not to law where government they can make for ensure say then tight the space for letting no exercise the freedom. So now make who they see this law without any exemptions or any safeguard or anything where they say instead or notwithstanding all anything they would not say then it's just free. The line then just free.
Without safeguard and without regulations, why the APC G3 about this?
Because we ensure say we get a law who will protect we citizens them. We want for be an opposition where they on in toes. We want for be an opposition where they protect the people them. We want for be an opposition where they advocate for the people them. We want for be an opposition where they talk the words of the people them. We want for be an opposition where they ensure say though the people in the public not get the opportunity for let them get them voice in the parliament, we for them that well they for ensure say we articulate their voices there. We need for amplify their voices there. That is what the APC is trying to do in parliament, and that is what the APC is trying to do with this law.
All right, your position this morning, is it now a position of the party or owner as member of parliament?
We position at the position of the party, and our position of all the position at parliament are the party in position.
Today, if you just join we look at the Counterterrorism Bill 2024, where we get the opposition representative from the All People's Congress APC party. They raise the party concern for this bill, and some of the things them we raise now the issue of the safeguard we say not the we go regulate this bill so that somebody no go use them in your advantage, and the public self they raise concern but lack of consultation and awareness reason for this bill. Well, for clarify all the concern here on the line, we get Honorable Mary Conte. We now the chair legislative committee in Parliament. We now the responsible for put them bill here together. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon Honorable Mary.
Good morning, 98.1, and good morning, listeners.
Today we look at the Counterterrorism Bill 2024, where the opposition do raise concern but for safeguard, and the public self they raise concern for lack of publication or awareness around this bill. First of all, before we can look at them concern here, so take me through the Counterterrorism Bill. What is the need and how we put them together?
Thank you very much, Musa. The counterterrorism bill not a complex one because it's standard, it address global concern. The word terrorism today na a buzzword. It affects rich, poor countries, everybody, you understand, getting your share we can take out of terrorism. So in fact, most nations, again, big or small, rich or poor, don't they work on them very, very hard. So the issue at hand now, we address force. We they talk about lack of consultation. If you go to that bill, the proposed bill in front of Parliament right now, in fact, they don't even gazette from July last year. We not a requirement that they publish them na the gazette so that the public go get an opportunity for go through them and make sure say they raise their concerns whenever it they come up, and not only once they do them. So when this thing about consultation can they come up, because the provision they will make it clear for let the public get access to them. Then this counterterrorism bill, not to when new governments before this, not even start during SLPP government, even before different attorney general they don't even deal with them. So the consultation process don't long over and over, but we quick for go back again to consultation. So they make a clear see anything where government they do, then they bring and kind of the public domain, let people then contribute. So me they beg all they want the way they monitor governance issues once every 2 weeks. Una send a government bookshop, make una know what they go on. People can only come up. In fact, I'll tell you, we'll get a very progressive parliament, and under me on chairmanship as legislative committee chair, together with the blessing of the speaker, we can call for position papers for give the public an extra opportunity for make contribution. But this thing we keep coming up back again, lack of consultation is very unfair to government bills. But let we done with Andy. Even when we say let position papers then come in, you understand? Now very few position papers then, very, very few. In fact, some even come when the reports be done already done. I even get, maybe I might not want to say it here, but I get a call from even the / president. He said they get a position paper. I encourage them to make them send this position paper, telling you that we're willing to accommodate people their opinion, because the collective responsibility they lead to the making of good laws. So that particular aspect there, we try for really address them. But come to the opposition concerns. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised, because when the party position was made in Parliament, when we don't even read the report, the speaker make a very clear say, okay, the legislative committee chair, of course, go work with the opposition for addressing concerns to them. You know that we come even very late after the report was even prepared and read in Parliament. So they make provision for that we still get for looking accommodator. And even the Minister of Justice also say it's okay as long as Natio for make the thing go before. So the government also listen to the voice of the opposition for make a very good bill.
Now,
so if it be a whole radio program today, like they don't want to accommodate their concerns, then I feel a bit disappointed.
Now, Honorable, the concern of the opposition are that the bill not get safeguard. So as it stands now, according to them, any action from the public where they create fear, whether they protest for your rights, now one way this law they regard as terrorism act and they crack down on them. How will not hope for address them concern here?
Musa, I just we don't get the answer to that question. Because the speaker accepts what the concern they make is valid, so they instruct me as legislative chair for work with the opposition for make we iron them out. There is no perfect bill. And of course there is no perfect law afterwards. But there is willingness here from the government, you understand, for listening, for accommodate everything, because at the end of the day, we all get for collectively own this law as a law from the Parliament of Sierra Leone.
So what in the legislative committee be they look at, or what in the drafter them they look at, whether they put this law together without safeguard, unless the speaker get for ask again for work with the opposition for iron out some of them fears here?
Let me tell you again, you don't get the answer before you ask me the question. There is no perfect bill, but we are willing to listen. So even bill was until don't pass 1-2 years back, anytime somebody look at you, we must see for me they revisit something. So that's not on parliamentary, it's not new, it's normal. But I even say the position paper as a party, you understand, even come late after we don't present the report. But also in the committee, they had members there. We all sit down and work on this one. So it's nothing new or nothing strange here. So again, if the fact that they even say, okay, wanna add some things, wanna look at them and see what you wanna go even do. So is that not enough really?
So as it is so now, waiting would the minus or plus now this bill so before it's on law?
Now the parliamentary process will get for go through.
In that process, waiting at some of the things the way the public expects say una go slash out or una go add?
It is based on the position papers they all come in will go address. And again, if they come to the whole parliament, it's open. People can go and listen to this debate. So I know you can't talk saying that this will go slash, that this will go add. If they go through the parliamentary process, will they try to incorporate the concern, will they come into a report? We're still to finalize, we're still to adopt the report in parliament.
So who said it now as who said the bill they now as they talk?
the bill, the parliament is still to go through the process.
The stage.
The colleague within the studio for not even telling that they would not even read the report of the legislative committee in the parliament. So after that, the leader of the opposition raised a concern, say on certain areas then. So fine, we'll say we'll go back again and look at those areas. That's it. And from there we'll come back again at the plenary and try to look committee stage and they go to third reading.
And you earlier mentioned, say, even Sludge now one organization where we don't send in them position, and different organizations don't send in them positions. Concerned, they say this bill, I will do so if he pass the criminalized free speech. Waiting at the position of Sludge and other body them for sake of this bill, apart from the opposition now.
Sludge said that they send and not receive them yet. So I think then go in a better position. And I'm sure you yourself will be a member of Sludge if you don't know your own position.
What's not the position of the other organizations, the human rights organizations, where you get concerned? You want to receive any?
No disrespect to the human rights organizations, you understand. Most talk about this is broad, this is vague, you know. So which is just general. So how the concern of the raise is also broad and vague as they stated it.
Of course, not all man they read and write in the country. You earlier mentioned we will talk about the issue of awareness. Say they don't gazette a day in a bookshop. But apart from sending it to the bookshop, what are the other step where parliaments they take for ensure say the public get awareness of provisions them now this bill?
You see, when they bring too much things then to parliament, you understand, we'll get lawmaking as one of the primary responsibilities, oversight, and then of course representation. So now that's one of the colleagues within the studio, so don't talk say, as representatives of the people, when they serve CM, now one of the things that way parliament they do. So they acted upon this. And the other thing again, we also call for position papers. Then again, consultation can take place, not necessarily mean say, you know, the decision at the end of the day will be bound by the outcome of the consultation. Now, in making they come through a parliamentary process where now all the debates they take place, they will agree on things then. So I don't feel say them bypass anything now. Not to everybody they read the rights, but before now the provision now the constitution make one will come back again say no, add other things they will make, will get more opportunities, you know, for consultation. But the very few consultative opportunities they will get will make very good use of them. Again, Parliament now, I do now on behalf of Parliament, I don't get an advice now say all those monitoring governance issues once or twice when they represent the people there, we now say go take governance issues. When I go to the government bookshop once every 2 weeks, maybe I know what's in there happen. They will not take them out to the people and governance that collective responsibility.
Now, as soon as still they try for cut the eyes and dot the T for sake of this bill, I draw your attention to section 32(1), where they talk about obstruction of inspection and search. We say a person who contravenes section 1 commits an offense and is liable to conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 7 years. A person shall not refuse access to premises, fail to submit a such lawful conduct under this act, assault, obstruct, hinder or delay a such lawful conduct under this act.
So what's in a concern about it?
The section 32, this now a concern where the Constitution of Salon give guarantee that everybody gets privacy to in premises. But this law, this section 32, they waive that one out without a condition.
You visit and will just grab and go search person was just like that. You know, owner self they help for let people understand issues. A day that the reports you understand if anybody feel bitter or get so much question about it, we'll still the debate. Now it make it not be too wise for rush go at the media now because we'll still get so much things there for do if then they come up. That's it. It wasn't wise.
Thank you very much for joining me in today's edition of the program Good Morning Saloon. In name Abdul Suleiman Mare Conte, in the chairman legislative committee in a parliament. They address some of the concerns them with the public and the opposition get for sake of the Counterterrorism Act or Bill 2024. The program Good Morning Saloon they continues, man. Inside
the program we still get Honorable Unfa Soyikoma, we na spokesperson for the APC na Parliament. You from Honorable Suleiman Mario Conte. We are in the key we say now that is surprised that Una because Una they can't talk as if like Una not aware and Una concern them in can lead.
No, I clearly I don't know. I should say you not be listening to me when I be they contribute because when I be they contribute earlier, I state say the bill law go back and then still they try for the speaker or send them back na committee for let them go get more opinions from the public and we believe say even the position we'll get now will be addressed in that bill and we own concern is for ensure say then the bill gets all the safeguards and they so that it will not be open to abuse. So I believe say if una call we for come ask we about the bill, I think say we'll get that responsibility there for can answer to una because through una the public go know who side we did. And the fact say it is out there and a lot of concerns and then at the public space, I think say important for we answer to the public who side we did. I don't believe say there is any secrecy in what we do in our parliament as it states and that people who only follow parliament probably they listen to Radio Democracy or probably go listen to other media platforms or other forms of media houses and forget the information. So indeed we are not saying they are not open, and I stated earlier that the chairman has been magnanimous enough for call on all reports and the speaker also does send them back. So what we want to ensure say we get an act where they come out of parliament where we all as members of parliament will be proud of, because if we not get them right then go point fingers at we tomorrow say now we'll be passed the law will be bad. Right. Indeed the state say no law is perfect, meaning it is not 100%, and of course through this process we go ensure say we'll get a better law, probably not perfect but close to perfect.
Alright, continue for the way to inside the program. Now we take one of headlines to read them. Usaiwa member of parliament where they represent people them na Karine district, Honorable Mohamed Bangura say the reason we make he resign from the APC party and join the People's Democratic Party PDP now because of one decision where the APC executive take for suspend them because it been decided for gonna parliament where the party not being go. Honorable Mohamed Bangura talk this in our engagement where he all with people them na Kisi and Kontolo community na the eastern part na Freetown. For more on this, make we join Adeyemi Jackson.
This being term, one word will be the go round on social media. Now that Honorable Mohamed Bangura, when a current member of parliament, they represent people in a Karine district, don't resign from the main opposition All People's Congress Party. Where this rumor don't be topic of discussion, now almost all social group them. But the question, where plenty people don't they ask if not true say, Honorable Mohamed Bangura don't decide for left the APC party and join the People's Democratic Party PDP Sobe. Because of this rumor, where be the go around on social media make some people na the Kisi and Kontolo community been decide over the weekend for invite Honorable Mohamed Bangura inside one meeting, and the reason for this meeting now for confirm to them if the rumor where they go around on social media say they don't left the APC party and join the PDP party if not true. Where they talk inside this meeting, Honorable Mohamed Bangura they start for talk about the reason why he decide for left the APC party.
When they can own the 2023 election, they announced the result. Now in they say, more can sit down, more not going to parliament. Now I ask them, I say, why not they going to parliament? They say because the election, the rogue win. Now I say, point number one, Samura sit down so. Yesterday sit down so. Mikaelu sit down so. They all sit down so. Now I say, I'm not going to court. I say, elections, when they rogue you, challenge the court. Yes, I'm not saying the court today for we, but I'm going to court some. Now the only option we get for going to court, we not go fetch, more going to court. Now in they say, we not go there. Now I say, whose option we get? They say, more not going to parliament. More just sit down, they go tell you later. The people that don't vote for me, not going to represent the parliament. And the constitution of this country tell we say, when they don't elect you as a member of parliament, for go take the oath in parliament. Now I tell them, now I say me, I say they go parliament. I say they parliament will fight for the election result. I say, but me, if now all not they go, I say me they go parliament. Now I come out and say me a betrayer. How I betray now? Now in a still on APC, they form committee, they say they investigate because we go parliament. The committee come out with a report, they say me, they suspend me from the party. I not for take part from party business, I not for talk for party business until the national delegate conference, now in they go decide the fate.
Honorable Mohamed Bangura go before for say, because of the decision where the APC executive take for suspend them, because it decide for going to parliament, make it don't decide for left the APC party and join the People's Democratic Party.
Me name Mohamed Bangura. And they promote the APC political party. Because APC not like me. APC not want me in APC. Now it make them go suspend me because I go parliament. Parliament will go 3 months, they all come back to the parliament to all cancel. So what are the people that suspend me? They suspend me, they say, oh, you close to Malabio, the president. Well, the closest when they say are close to Malabio, today they pass 20, 30, 40, 50, hundreds of them. So they can't tell them, say, I don't let APC. Now PDP survey now.
During this meeting, Honorable Mohamed Bangura we use the opportunity for tell in supporter they say and not go say again they go resign from in seat na parliament and focus on in dream for contest for the office of the president inside the 2028 election under the People's Democratic Party. Inside in own talk, one party cheerleader at the Kisi community, but get this was said to encompass women them.
They were the kind of first meeting. That means they were so sad they go and say they go Mohamed Bangura meeting. He said Mohamed Bangura will betray APC, not say yes. And they go for Bolisi. And what come? At least it convinced me small. He get for do more. Because the county man say not to campaign them this. Mr. Hassan don't talk and let we change the narrative. Me, everybody sabi me. I have to argue I belong to a party, then sabi me for that. But changing the narrative, then they make we go before. Yes. So you are let we not do it with hypocrites. Let me like Lord, we go soon, and Lord, we do this right thing. Lord, we change the narrative.
Where it talk, the acting deputy chairman and leader for the People's Democratic Party, Hassan Sise, say, then at the PDP party welcome Honorable Mohamed Bangura and ready for work with her for be the next president of Salone.
Then people we also you don't get one and 10 man. I want to tell you something, say, this community is deprived, but now all the votes they come out. If Mohamed Bangura not believe, like at 6 o'clock in the morning, let's go to Shell Company, let's see where people in the gondola for good. I go no say, yeah, crowd there. So if not so it be, do ya, unama utawi oja, unama work with Mohamed Bangura, let us continue to live a better life. Me, as I say, Mohamed Bangura, if they tell you the last time, say, if I kill them, don't kill her. But wallahi, what thing God don't put in a ground, that every breeze safe, not a shaker. Do ya, anybody will say it's there for Mohamed Bangura, this time, where we get more time for us for election business, I think, say, we for embrace Mohamed Bangura to earn and to food. We don't have to answer, to food stack with the whole of Samba.
The acting deputy chairman and leader, Hassan Sise, and say, they will continue for all similar meetings then a different party in the country for telling supporter them. But the decision where Honorable Mohamed Bangura don't take for left the APC party and join the People's Democratic Party. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Adeyemi Jackson, the report.
Good morning, Salon. Before we look at text messages them on Go for Walkabout, we join Honorable again. We now the APC spokesperson now Parliament as we just get from Mohamed Bangura. He say he don't left the APC party and he don't go now the PDP sub party for the 2028 election. You now the spokesperson for the APC in Parliament, and Mohamed Bangura now one of our parliamentarians then before this term. Una aware of this decision, say you don't left the APC?
Now the first thing is that they read the news, of course. Now own media house area, now radio area, and the first thing the say Mohamed Bangura, Honorable Mohamed Bangura Dogo, PDP. And as the news fresh to me, I sure say fresh to a lot of people already listening this morning.
You not resign to the party, we not receive any letter.
We're not aware of any formal resignation to the party. We're not aware.
Unofficially, Mohamed Bangura and a colleague na parliament.
Yes.
We don't in any way they discuss this, or you don't in any way come with this talk?
Well, I'm not going to state that na this platform that Mohamed Bangura discussed that say they left the party. What here I know say Mohamed Bangura, Honorable Mohamed Bangura be there under disciplinary action at the party, and that the disciplinary action depend spending a national delegates conference wherein other further actions according to the constitution will be taken against him as a member of the APC party.
Mohamed Bangura they under disciplinary action since he been going to parliament the same way APC no go. Then decision not been made on that yet. Then Mohamed Bangura don't come again say he don't left the APC party. What think will be the fate of Mohamed Bangura if actually he don't send a resignation letter to the APC party? Say he left. I mean, in terms of his seats.
Well, in terms of the constitution, clear that you get for belong to a political party for get a seat in parliament. The constitution also clear say under this district block system say now your party now they put you on a list. When on that list they now they determine whose district you represent, and that list they now go determine whose seat you will get in a parliament, whether you will get seat. So if we say to APC again, then I not believe say PDP we claim for B we don't go get a seat in a parliament. So if PDP not gets a seat in a parliament, then I don't think saying for get a seat in a parliament.
So in normal basis apart from politics, so now they talk normally?
Yeah, we agree in a parliament, yes.
Morning we continue we start for look at messages one I don't send inside the program this morning. This one from S Badge K. It say people are slow to realize that Mohamed Bangura is a businessman in politics. His priority is his own survival rather than the political and national interest. For him, politics is mere a tool to secure his livelihood.
This one from Mystic Nadu Azak said the proposed counter-terrorism bill should be properly looked into and members of parliament should be meticulous, more so when many Leoneans and press groups are raising concerns about the proposed bill, which is full of many provisions that are controversial. Let us be careful when making laws.
This other one from Cisse Manuel is say if this Counter-Terrorism Act needs public awareness, large lawyers and civil society, please submit your position on this harmful bill. Freedom of speech and association at stake.
This one from Martin and England. They say another concern is the on account. This one from Martin and England will say another concern is the unaccountable power to government officials. This law proposes giving significant power to government ministers and unelected officials, including imposing sanctions and confiscating assets under the disguise of counterterrorism.
This other one from Dauda Kumba say this is politics. Cross-carpeting has always been part of the dynamics in political arena in Sierra Leone. We will be envisaging more of this syndrome come 2028.
This from Cisse Manuel now with Facebook page. They say if this Counter-Terrorism Act needs public awareness, large lawyers, civil societies, please submit your positions on these harmful bills. Freedom of speech and association at stake.
This other one from Tunde Scott to say the SFPP is good at introducing bad laws, just like how Sir Albert Maga introduced the criminal libel law just to suppress opposing view and the opposition. The APC is more focused this time around to take over State House next election.
The program, the Good Morning Saloon, it comes to from 98.1 FM. We then messages here, so they come to we studio guest for respond and wrap up the program. Honorable?
Yes, definitely I take cognizance of the concerns, especially the one we talk about people who get opinion for how they view them. Since the bill law gets another bite, the bill law gets another time for going to committee stage, and through only that process they in place right now. And of course, the other person talk about how the freedom of speech, and they pay attention to the question he asked me guest about the section 32. And when I look at them, or when I look at it, I say a person shall not refuse access to premise or premises. So we believe, say, definitely to that one, the need for add some words, and they will make them more specific. A need for, believe, say, for, say, refuse access to a premises for the search of a suspected terrorist or terrorist item. So all of them nitty-gritties, and they, I believe, say, if we go line by line, and with so many people reading of this document, we go pick out the things and way vague and open, and make sure, say, we tailor them in a manner in which it will be more strong and more specific, so that we not inadvertently target anybody or make law or put law in somebody and we go misuse and tomorrow.
Okay, plenty thank you for we join we inside today edition of the program. Good morning, Salon. I haven't respond to the messages waiting next for the APC party on this bill.
I'm getting to work, ensuring that we engage with the committee on the legislative committee, and ensure that we members them or membership in that committee they espouse the views and positions of the party, and as well as the positions of the public where concerns need to be raised, and ensure, say, where the bill come the third reading and final stage, we will get a bill or get an act or a law we're strong and fit for purpose.
Okay, please thank you for joining me in the edition of the program. Honorable Dr. Amfa Suri Kurma, in the APC spokesperson for MPs them at the Well of Parliament. Please thank you for joining me in the edition of the program. Good morning, Salon.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.